Oh man, what in the, what? Hold on a second. Jerry, you gotta come see this. You gotta come see this. So Jerry and I are back out at our Civil War campsite today, and the landowner called me Friday afternoon, it's Sunday now, and told us that they just cleared off some new land. So look at this. So we've got all this to hunt today. We probably won't make it very long, it's pretty hot, but we're gonna see what might turn up in here. We found stuff all around this area, so it's promising. I've got a very solid, I'll let you listen to this, solid 79, and I was pinpointing it and it seems pretty heavy. I don't know for sure, but we may have ourselves a mini ball from the Civil War. I don't know for sure. And that is what we've got here. This was a Civil War mini ball. They were definitely down the back side of this hill. I checked all up on the top of the hill here. There's absolutely nothing up there. But we found stuff on the back side of this property before. And so I'm working my way down the hill. And I'm very happy that I did. So we're going to stick around here for a little bit. So Jerry just got a pulled 3-ringer.
Good 8 inches down.
So we may have run into a little camp. We're finding a bunch of melted camp lead.
Yeah,
that's
along
pretty
the slope here.
Yeah, it has been pulled, huh?
Mm-hmm. So they were here.
Yeah, that's nice, man. This the back of this hill may be where we need to be.
Yeah.
Because I found mine right up there, right where my shovel is. I found some melted lead, and just up above that's where I found my 3-ringer. So maybe on the back side of this hill.
Yeah, maybe out in here. So.
All right, I dug down a good bit. That's probably 10 inches or so. And I don't know what this is. It's green. It may not be anything, but it looks kind of neat from what I could tell. And oh man, what in the, what? Hold on a second. Jerry, you gotta come see this. You gotta come see this. I don't know what this is. There's some kind of chain. Looks like it's made out of coins or something. I'm gonna have to get that cleaned up and I'll come back to you on that. That's really sweet, whatever that is. I'm right next to where I just found those coin things, whatever that is. I'm getting a really good signal here. More of a mini ball signal.
Does it have that smooth, sweet sound to it?
Yeah, it's pretty smooth. Still 79.81. It's got that 3-ringer sound to it. It's down there pretty deep, but I just felt it, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be lead. Pretty sure it's going to be a Civil War bullet. Let's see if we can dig it out of here. It's up under all these roots.
Yeah, we probably need to bring our lead mix core back out here.
Yeah. It's still in there. Where'd it go?
In the weather company. Yeah, people complaining all over the internet about this global warming heat wave that we're having.
Yeah.
No, this is normal summer weather, as much as I hate to say it.
Yeah.
We just didn't have the internet back in the old days. We used to work in this crap.
Well, guys, I had it earlier and I can't find it now. I felt it. All right, it should be out.
Okay, the M54.
Well, there it is. Yep, 3-ringer.
Dropped or full?
That one has been wormed. It's got a little bit of worm mark on it.
Alrighty, doggone it.
I'm gonna check that hole. There might have been 2 in there.
Yeah, how deep was it?
8 inches. Is this 9 or 8?
9.
It's 9. It's 9 inches down.
Mine is 9.5.
All right, so we got 2.
Good deal.
Still one in there.
2.5 bracelet. You know, the person that dropped that bullet probably dropped that bracelet.
Yeah.
So they might get the rest of it in that little area right there.
I can't wait to get this cleaned up and see what it is. We had a good morning. We've only lasted a couple of hours, but this heat has gotten ridiculous. There's some kind of flies buzzing all around me too. These things are driving me nuts. But yeah, the heat's gotten to us. We're going to try again next week, maybe next weekend, and see if anything else turns up. I think we found a small camp. So I ended up, I'll show you at the end here, but I ended up with 2 bullets. I got the little coin bracelet thing, which I don't know, maybe it's part of a watch, pocket watch chain or something. I'm not sure. I'll have to get home and get it cleaned up. And I also found a couple of other things. There's a little piece that I think may be part of a fuse to an artillery shell. I'm not positive on that. I'll show it at the end. If anybody can help me ID that, please do. And there's a big iron piece that I found. I'm not really sure what that is either. But and also a little grommet. Jerry got a 3-ringer, a few pieces of camp lead, and I'm out of breath. I'll show you everything we found when we get back to the car. This is hand forged iron, and it's very heavy. It's probably about 6 inches wide, but as you can see, it's solid on this side, but on this side, it's got a little, it's almost looped around. And you see how thick it is. I mean, it's pretty thick. There's also right here, I noticed, I don't know how well you can see this, but it's worn down right here. Anyway, if anybody knows what that is, I sure could use your help on that. I know that's definitely Civil War period, but it's just a matter of what is it. So here's another item I found. This is a tent grommet, or a poncho grommet, and it still has some canvas on the inside of it. With that being said, I'm guessing this came from a tent, because you see that in there? Yeah, they wouldn't have made a poncho out of canvas. The ponchos were made from rubber. Next up, we've got 2 3-ringer bullets, also known as mini balls. I call them 3-ringers most of the time, but mini balls is also the correct term for them. And if you'll notice on this one, it has some markings around the top there. Those marks were put there by what was called a bullet worm. Now sometimes the soldiers would pull the bullets from the barrels, and for them to do that, they would need a device called a bullet worm. They also had one called a bullet pull. They would fit on the end of the ramrod, and in this case, the worm, it looked a lot like a corkscrew. So they would drive that down into the barrel, and they would screw it on to the bullet and pull the bullet out like that. And last but not least is this item here. This is one of the coolest things I've ever found. I've done some research on it. Now, they did make what was called coin bracelets during that time, but these right here are actually merchant tokens. They were called patriotic tokens. Now this was the design on this one was loosely based off of the $1 gold coin. Now it's going to be hard to see right here, but I will put some close-up pictures. But you can see a number 1 in the center there. And there's a wreath around that. And then you've got 13 stars around the outside. Okay, so that 1 stood for, back then the tokens, these tokens were worth 1 penny. So they could use these in certain stores to buy products. And they were used on bracelets. They also used them as like a, I'm sorry, I got a cat behind me. They were also used as poker chips. But you got a link there holding these two together. And then right here, I've got it sideways, but you can see Lady Liberty, and she has stars around her as well. And then there's a third one there, that's a number 1. And then the flip side of that one will have Lady Liberty. This one will have a number 1 on the back, and this will have Lady Liberty on the back. So these are really cool. I was not expecting to find these out there. It was such a random thing to find in the middle of the woods. And I found it right next to this, the wormed, can't find it there, 3-ringer. So I'm going back out next weekend, and I'm going to see if maybe I can find more of these. Now the soldier may have been wearing a bracelet and they broke, in which case the other ones should be out there. But if he only had three of these left, he may have just had them in his pocket and they fell out or something. So, but I'm hoping it was a full bracelet and it broke out there, and there's more waiting for me to dig up.